iOS 5 rumored to bring better notifications, widgets, and more. iCloud is said to be an online mirror of your iTunes account, and it's still uncertain if WWDC will bring another iPhone or not. All this and more coming up right now. Hello everybody, I'm Jaime Rivera and welcome to the Pocket Now iReview, the show where we go through all this week's cool and the not so cool inside the world of Apple's iOS devices. Let's start this week off with the cool. WWDC seems to be a mixed bag this year. Rumors have it that iOS 5 will be true to the number change and become an evolutionary OS. Now, what are we expecting? Well, rumors have it that we will have a revamp in the notification system. Apple will finally cash in on the hire of that WebOS guru that brought the very famous WebOS notification systems to iOS in a very fancy manner, though not know what to expect. And aside from that, well, drum roll, we are hopefully getting a new evolutionary OS interface that's not the current iconic way of interacting with the device. It seems that we will get widgets, though we're not sure what to expect yet, though. Anything is better than the current system where we just get apps, and apps. Now you'll be asking, why is this a mixed bag? Well, stay tuned for the not so cool section and we'll talk about it. Now, iCloud is rumored to be released in WWDC, and Bloomberg brings a lot of better rumors than what we had before. It seems that iCloud will be a mirror, an online mirror of what you have on your iTunes account. So this means that Apple will pretty much copy absolutely everything you have on your library, whether legal, purchased or not, and you will have it on the cloud. Now, what's interesting here and much better than what we thought in the past was the fact that if Apple ever detects that you have a song that is not the same quality as what they offer, it seems that iCloud will replace it for the much better quality song. Now, rumors are that it won't be free, that it will be bundled to the whole MobileMe $99 a year service, though anything could happen. Now, what's really cool here is that, well, not everybody's gotten their MP3s legally, so it seems that record labels are going to be using that $99 money spectrum to pretty much cash in on whatever they haven't made in the market. And it seems that's what Apple's been using to get record labels to sign. So let's wait for next couple of weeks, see what happens. On to other cool news, Apple has just reached a very cool milestone of 500,000 applications being sold on their iOS App Store. This is for the iPod Touch, the iPhone, and the iPad. Now, what's interesting is to see how Apple's been able to do this in only a couple of years when they were pretty much an underdog. No applications being sold like, what, 3-4 years ago. And we already had Windows Mobile and Palm OS being very robust in their offering in the market. Though not even tablets were there. And, you know, iPod Touches were non-existent either. But, well, it's really cool to see how a very good and well thought out distribution center can be such a success story in comparison to every other market out there that hasn't really been as successful. Really cool. Talking about the Samsung versus Apple lawsuit, and yes, I know this is not cool, but we're getting close to not so cool section anyways. It's interesting to see how Apple was able to get Sammy to give them prototypes of their Galaxy Tab 10.1 and the Galaxy S line, which are pretty much identical to Apple products, because they want to build their case to talk about more lawsuits and, you know, anyways. But the cool thing is that it seems that Sammy just fired back and said, hey Apple, you know what? We gave you prototypes, now we want prototypes of your next iPhone 5 and iPad 3 because we want to build a case against you too. Rumors have it that Apple's working on bringing the same curved glass design that we see on the Nexus S coming to the next generation iPhone. Not sure what to make of that, but it seems that Samsung's making a case on that. Now, why is this cool? Well, because this could probably pressure Apple to bring the next generation iPhone to be released on WWDC. Though, anything could happen. Now let's continue on with more gray news that are neither cool nor not so cool. It seems that Apple's iPhone PR has been calling on to UK journalists and even journalists in Australia to be part of WWDC. Now the question is, why are iPhone PR working with journalists if Apple's not going to be releasing supposedly an iPhone 5 on WWDC or an iPhone 4S. Rumors are that iOS 5 will be so groundbreaking that it's going to be news and journalists are supposed to be there. Now, rumors have it that we could get a next generation iPhone. Not really sure what to make of it, though we are expecting for Apple to surprise us. Not really sure if we'll see Steve Jobs coming on stage or if whomever comes on stage will have that. Well, there's one more thing, but anything can happen. Well, that does it for the cool. Let's continue on with the not so cool. These are not really good news for iPhone 3GS owners, as rumors have it that the next generation OS will not work on the iPhone 3GS. Not really sure what to make of it. This is only an educated guess. We're not sure if it's not going to work completely, if it's not going to be upgradable, or if simply you're only going to get part of the update. Now, out of the iPhone 3G experience with iOS 4, things were not really that good. I mean, the hardware was not really good at pushing the OS. And well, we currently have the issue with the iPhone 3GS that it's not getting every update that the iOS 4.3 is offering to the iPhone 4. So, not really sure if it's going to be even smart to upgrade. Now, it's really sad to see that a lot of people currently still have a year to start their new contracts, so they're pretty much missing out on a lot of stuff, but that's Apple, sadly. And well, Google released their Google Wallet services to the world this week. Kind of cool if you own a Nexus S on Sprint. All you have to do is tap your phone on a device on certain retail stores like Macy's, for example, and you'll get billed. That's pretty much it. What's not so cool is that it seems that Apple's not even considering supporting that for the next generation iPhone, and it's not even considering supporting it on the future device that'll probably come next year because NFC is not really that big yet. Not really sure what to expect on Apple, but hey, you know, if it's not going to be released now, it's going to definitely be pulled back later, and Apple's going to be pretty much left behind when things are changing. And yeah, I'd love to leave my wallet at home sometimes. It's pretty bulky. That's it for today's show. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Jaime Rivera. Remember to give us a thumbs up if you like what you saw. That's it for now.